career move? Are you looking to jumpstart your career into IT, cloud computing, or cybersecurity? Learn how on Cloud Sesh Podcast, Cloud Talk for Newbies. Hello, and thank you for vibing in the cloud with Natina Michelle on weekly show, AWS Cloud, the basics on Cloud Sesh Podcast. And today, guys, it's Thursday, so we're having our demo sesh. And today, I wanted to show you guys how to launch an EC2 instance. All right, so if you guys did not get a chance to, on Tuesday, we talked about what an EC2 instance is. We talked about some of the different components for an EC2 instance, what you needed to launch an EC2 instance. So make sure you're going over there and check out that episode, all right? So if not already, go ahead and log into your AWS Management Console, and let's go ahead and get started. But before I do get started, let you guys know that this is a basic introduction in creating an EC2 instance, okay? Usually when you create an EC2 instance, you're probably connecting it to something like a private or a public subnet, and then you may have to create a route table, security groups or NACLs or something like that. But we're not going to be doing that in this demo sesh. That will be in our intro to AWS Cloud, the basics course, okay? So we're just going to show you guys how to launch the instance, how easy it is, so you guys can just go ahead, get into the AWS Management Console, and just play around so you guys can just see how easy it is to launch it, all right? So if you don't have EC2 already in your recently visited services, you can go ahead and type it in the search box. So you just type in EC2. Okay, so now we're here at the EC2 dashboard, and we're going to go ahead and create an instance. So you'll see launch instance. So you will want to click there. Okay, so here is the different AMIs, the Amazon Machine Images that we discussed on Tuesday. And I mentioned that there were three basic ones that people usually use. And if you go over to the left, you'll see your community AMIs, which is the free AMIs. And you could just go in here, see which AMI you need. It has the different operating system that it uses, and different information that you may need, and you'll just select that, all right? And then you have your AWS Marketplace. Okay, this is where you can purchase different AMIs, okay? So you can go through there and see what type of AMIs you can purchase. Here's the different categories here. All right, and then you can go to My AMIs, which I don't have any, but you can create custom AMIs as well as to fit your business needs, okay? All right, so let's go back to the quick start. All right, and we're going to choose the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. This is a free tier eligible one. All right, and we'll just leave it at 64-bit, and we'll click select. All right, so here we have the instance type that we're going to choose. And this one is going to be the general purpose, the T2 micro free tier eligible. I mentioned also on Tuesday the different instance types that are available. And then I also mentioned the different sizes. I didn't go in detail on the different sizes. But here, this is one of the sizes, which is a T2 micro. All right. So we're going to go down and click on review and launch. All right. So here's just an overview of your AMI. You can go to your instance details and see the details here. Go to storage. So here you can see this is the root volume, size, the volume type, the IOPS, throughput, and so on and so on, okay? And then any tags if you created any, okay? So we're going to click on launch. And here is where we will select a key pair. We have not discussed a key pair, but just really quickly, a key pair consists of a public key that AWS stores and a private key file that you store. Together, they allow you to connect to your instance securely. For AWS AMIs, the private key file is required to obtain the password used to log into your instance. For Linux AMIs, the private key file allows you to securely SSH into your instance. All right, so when you do launch an instance, you can, if you launch it in a public subnet, you can SSH into your instance and make sure it's connected with the via Amazon command line. We're not going to do that here. That will be in our intro to AWS Cloud course. So this time we're just going to select proceed without a key pair. Okay. And then we're going to acknowledge that we will not be able to connect to this instance unless I already know the password built for this AMI, and we are not creating one. All right. So I'm going to click on launch instance. All right. And if you click here, you can go to view your launch instance. Okay, so right now our instance is pending. Okay, so you can see the instance ID, the instance type, the availability zone it's in, and then you can see here is the status of your instance. Okay, and then you can see the status checks. Now, when this says 2 of 2, we know that our instance is ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and once the instance has completed, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so now we have our instance running, and it's in the 2 of 2 status checks. Okay, let's see. So if you go down here, you can see the description of your EC2 instance that's running. You can see your instance state, the instance type, all right, the DNS, your private IP, secondary, your public IP, all right, and then you can go to your status checks. You can do monitoring. You can monitor your EC2 instance, all right. So yeah, this is pretty nice, right? Okay, now let's do this. You can connect. Well, we're not going to connect to our EC2 instance, but you can connect to your EC2 instance via Windows or terminal. And that will be another time where we will actually connect to the EC2 instance, and you can go to actions, and then you can go to connect. But see, once we try to connect, it's telling us that it's not associated with a key pair. All right, so but we're not going to connect to this particular instance here. All right, so what we can do now is we can stop our instance, but we're going to actually terminate it. But if you go to actions, select your instance, and you go to actions, and you go to instance state. Here you can start if you had stopped it, reboot, and then terminate. So we're going to go ahead and terminate this instance. Okay. All right, then we get a little warning there. We're going to click on yes, terminate. So right now, hold on, what is it saying here? Let's see, what is it saying? Unable to describe instance status. All right, let's see. Let's try to terminate it again. Hit yes, terminate. And there we go. Now our instance has been terminated, and we shouldn't incur any charges because there's nothing running here. So this will drop off eventually. And that is it, guys, for launching an EC2 instance. That's how easy it is. So don't be afraid to go into the AWS Management Console and play around. Launch an instance, create a VPC, create some S3 buckets, different things like that, just to really get your hands-on experience leveled up. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please email cloudseshpodcast@gmail.com. If there's an AWS service that you would like for us to feature on Demo Sesh, please send out an email, and we definitely will get that done for you. And I think that is it for today, guys. Yeah, we really appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.